What's the deal, gang? That was a screw. That was the screw holding us all together. It came loose. So I said, screw this. What a view is that, yo? It's not like there's any other live streams. Where everybody at? Damn. Anybody missing screws? Someone's got a screw missing. I think we all do, right? We all kind of have a few screws loose. Some skeletons in the closet. Some people... Oh, never mind. Is there music on? Or did that oh, yeah, there is. What's the deal? What's up? Like, I'm a much better hype man for like a concert, right? I got more of a like, clap it up, everybody. Clap your hands, everybody. Hey. I can't do that shit here. I can't jump around the stage telling people to clap it up. What a good morning. Wow, did anybody catch anything this morning? Sheesh. Good drop over there. Drop 150 pips. Caught a sell. Beautiful. I hope you caught sells. Light buys. Very extra light diet buys. I got these diet buys, yo. Biden does what on camera? Nah. Fake news. Got these vegan buys, yo. Gluten-free buys. Yeah, W Toby. 9 a.m. gang, where you at? Sucks to be live in Asia. It's 9 p.m. here. All right. Let's wait for maybe roughly 300 to jump in here before doing a breakdown. Let's see if we get 300 people before we start. But from the looks of it, I mean, we've created some nice range, right? We drove, so there's a couple of things we could do here. We're either gonna come up. We're probably bearish on a daily, right? Yeah, we're probably gonna come up here, make a top wick for the daily for this session, or we start flipping this session and then we'll take some sells, or we get an indication that we're flipping. 300 gang, gang. Come on, where's my first 300? All right, chat. I'm giving you guys 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Wixon hits 300. The Wix 300. Oh, you guys are here. You guys, oh, there's 303 of you. Well, the other 3, you guys can go on the waiting list. Imagine I charged for that, charge for the waiting list. Some people do that. Some people charge you to be on a waiting list. That's crazy. Doubling my account, risking it all in the trades. I mean, it's not crazy. I mean, depends what the waiting list is for. If there's like a pre-waiting list for a waiting list, then you're good. Doubling my account, risking in all this trade. Good job. Only 300 at a time, but all right, we got the 300. Evening, Wix. How are we? There is no we. There's you. There's me. There's everyone else. There is no we. Why Asian so slow? I don't know. All right, let's get into a breakdown. As we're filling up. So the bullish weekly, and we broke the previous weekly high, and we've tapped the overall high. So good time to actually start rejecting and coming down. The daily closed bearish, so if we can make a top wick start flipping on a daily, we could start looking at some decent positions for sells. The 4-hour has closed bearish and closed bearish below range. Ooh, let's see if we can start rejecting as we break the previous 4-hour high. Tough part is this is the last hour. We're about 50 minutes away from the 4-hour closing, so that might be the play. Chat's like, say it ain't so. Not another 4-hour closure. It is so. Let's see where we can find some vantage points, some decent levels. I forgot I could zoom in. I'm over here trying to fucking.
According to my calculations.
Dumbass. Just fucking zoom in right here, right? I can just do this. Why am I leaning so forward? Psst, come here. Psst. Mathematically speaking. Shut up. No one speaks like that. This is interesting. I think if we start riding up here, I'm looking to come up to at least 95, 96 areas. I like 96 even better. Let's see how we start coming up here. Because I truly think that we might reject. And the reason I think we might reject at this area is we're coming up on a 4-hour close. And as we're coming up on a 4-hour close, the 4-hour has no bottom wick. So I think we might reject in the next hour to start creating the bottom wick for the previous 4 hour. This way we can have right. This way we can have the next 4 hour come down, make that bottom wick before driving up. So we'll see. Well, you might see if this doesn't happen, then most likely the next 4 hour opens up, no bottom wick, taps this area 96, right, and then eventually starts flipping. So you'll get a couple of bullish hourly candles and maybe 1 or 2 bearish candles that'll eventually flip the chart here. But it would make sense if we start rejecting somewhere in this area on the hourly. Yeah. See, if we don't drive here and we stay like this, if we don't tap 93 here, 93.7 before, we might even come up higher, 94.9, 95 flat. If we don't start driving up here now, we stay right where we're at for the 4 hour close. We don't necessarily need the break of the 4 hour low, but if we get a break of the previous hourly low, right, if we break the previous hourly low off the beginning of the candle on the next hourly, I'll set a buy stop here for the flip, looking for us to come up. This range to our advantage point is roughly 17 pips, I think, 15 pips. But if it starts coming up with momentum, we'll be in good position to retest 96, 97 areas with yeah, with volume, direction, momentum, everything, and all the candles printing in our direction. So because at that point, right, on the next hourly, this will already then, a 4 hour would have closed bullish now instead of us waiting for this one to flip. But that's still 40 minutes from now. So let's see what happens. Maybe in 11 minutes here we can close bullish above 93.7. Look to fill the range up to 96. But it's really more about the 4 hour at this point, because we're coming up to a resistance area, right, where we can reject, and the 4 hour could start driving down mean and nasty. Like just the way we like it. That was also one point. After news, we created a sell replay on the hour. Yeah, I traded I traded the first couple of candles after the news. 8:30 was news. I think I had positions. Oh, by the way, Asian session, Japan bank holiday. But I traded. That doesn't mean much. I mean, it does, but less volume, I guess. But you know, NZD still all open. China's still open. The Aussie's still open. So still the markets are still open. But shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I traded like my entry was like 8:32 on the break of the initial low for the news push. It drove for like 20, close to full at 12, no 11 pips. I'm sorry, I closed full at 11 pips, and then it came up another 9, and then it came back to. We broke the news candle low and into sells easy 35 pips. Yeah, if you were on the 5, it drove much better than on the initial 1 minute. Yeah, I did on the 1 minute. It was like I think it was 8:32. We had a news push, like 1 minute drove up, another minute drove up, and then we had a as soon as it started rejecting and breaking the lows, I entered the news push. It was a little tough today because it did that without ever whipsawing or creating a top wick or anything like that. Yeah, what's not what happened to Don today? I think he just felt bad for the competition and he gave them a little breather. Right? Just like y'all let him have it like a nice holiday. All that shit. But he coming through. But he coming through on Friday, full force. Oh shit, Don Juan in the house. Who got beef? No, what do you mean? Don Juan cut himself. I'm so confused. Yo, who are you talking to, Don Juan? Who's funny? Some guy was in here praying for me to start a stream. Word, happy Thanksgiving. People have been exposing. Exposing who? I'm not talking out my ass, but everything you've been saying isn't like you've been saying um, intellectually dishonest things, right? So you come off as severely disillusioned, right? So are people are seeing through it and they're pointing out your disillusionment. You know what I mean? People have been exposing what themselves in their ignorance. Damn. The homie didn't say one nice thing. Damn. Riley said, does everyone know Don Vogt is a fake trader? Everyone exposing Don Vogt at the moment. You're learning from the wrong people. He's a fake trader. People been exposing him. Suck my nuts. BS lifestyle had a go at him. Well, yep, that says much. Damn. You must be fun at parties. Whip, explain why the swap fee's so high, because it's Wednesday, and Wednesday they're triple the price. Wednesday's price is not yesterday's price. I heard he buys you. Don't ban him yet. You had your dinner? Yeah, I had a Big Mac. They swap plus or minus. Depends if you're buying or selling. Can you explain the move again? Well, I needed more space and a quieter block. So we decided to pack our shit and move. Keeping well, what up? Taking any trades? I'm gonna buy. No trades yet. Mortgage rates dropped last month. They did. What happened to Don today and yesterday? New mattress. I don't know. He blamed it on the phone. I saw in the story. I think he's just enjoying the new place. I mean, like, you know, you move into a new place, it's fresh, it's like you get, you know, new freedoms, and it's like, yeah, enjoy it, man. Why not? Like, he gives a lot to you guys, right? Like, as it is, the entire year. So, you can have a day off. Matt's using PTO. People make it seem like it's the end of the world when he does a stream. You know what? I think those are the people that are actually trying to learn. I think people are like, man, I want to hear some good info today. I want to see a breakdown. I want to see if it fits with what I did. I just, I want to see, I want to hear some logic here right now. I need logic in my life. Need common sense. Bring it on. That's the people. It's not the ones that are looking for signals, because if they are, then most people looking for signals, they can hop on to the 30 other signal streams on YouTube. Yeah, it's funny, but it's cool too. $30-minute close, yeah. So, 30-minute close. Remember I said 30 above 93.8, 93.7, but didn't really drive there. Just kind of sticking around here. Now we might break the hourly lows. Reflip bearish. We'll see. We'll see what happens here, because the daily doesn't have a bottom wick. 4-hour doesn't have a bottom wick. What I think might happen, we might flip but not drive. That's what I think might happen. I think the daily might flip here and not, maybe fill a wick, but not really drive and come back bullish. Or at least not now, right? Because then why would the 4-hour close bullish here with no bottom wick? I'm thinking we come down, make a bottom wick, the daily flips, and then it reflips back bullish, but now with a bottom wick. Maybe it eventually does come down tomorrow after it creates a steeper top wick, but I think we're gonna, if we start flipping now, we're gonna come back bullish. Well, not now, if this 4-hour closes bullish. Are you guys streaming Friday, or is today it for the week? So for the Asian session, tonight is our last Asian session of the week, because tomorrow is Gobble Gobble, right? GG 9000. And that's our Friday technically, because that's a Friday in Asia, right? And then it's the weekend. And then we have our private session on Sunday, right? So if you want to be part of the private session, I think the last week we got 30 pips on Sunday. The week before, we've had like runners probably 6 out of the last 8 Sundays. But if you want to be part of that, you gotta join Wix's table and be here on Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern for the Sunday Unfiltered. But other than that, if you're not joining, then we're right back at it Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Are you trading tomorrow, New York session?
How about no?
Your Sunday session is a very good show. Yeah, because it's very intimate. It's not really a show. You're kind of part of it, right? You get to unmute, unmask. You get to pull a captain. The captain's in the house here. We're gonna do a face reveal. Everybody ready for a face reveal? Captain, are you okay with the face reveal? Yeah? Alright, then we can throw you on. Everybody welcome the captain. Clap it up. Can we hear a round of applause? Oh wait, whoop. Yay. What's up, dude? What's going on, man?
Chilling, chilling. How are you?
Very nice. They were asking for you. They were asking for a face reveal.
Did I? Damn.
There he is. There he is.
Yeah, YouTube muted me so I can't reply to you guys.
Say that again.
YouTube muted me so I can't reply to them.
YouTube muted you? Why did YouTube mute you? What did you say?
I have no idea.
I don't think it was
Nothing.
YouTube. We saw you talking on YouTube.
No, it happened to Janez and Don stream last night as well.
Oh, because
No
they
one could
probably.
see my messages.
No. That's not YouTube. Someone's banning you. Say something in green. Check it out. Why is he banned everywhere?
No, I tried random YouTube live as well to confirm, so didn't work out either.
You done fucked up.
I know, I'm being monetized.
I'm also
Any
banned on
transport
that.
this
No,
week?
you're Israel. You're banned because you said some shit probably. Falcon always says some shit, but Falcon's always here. Damn, that sucks. Right, everybody? That sucks. Everybody petition YouTube to unban Captain.
Free to captain.
They can't ban me. Transcript don't lie. True. Where's his bowl of snacks? Oh yeah, you're right, Bougie. You're right. You can't be on
Which
here unless
bougie?
he's got he's got a he's got a
It's
micro
a big
lot
mug.
of a tea right there.
It's not that small.
Damn. That shit would be tiny if it was in Bougie's hand.
Oh, for real, anything's tiny in his end.
YouTube should unban me. Can you fast teach how to entry from top or bottom wick? Thanks. Well, a candle makes a wick, you enter, and then it flips, and that's your advantage point. All right, hold on. I'm gonna move you from the screen. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you, Captain. I need Bougie over here with a big ass bowl. Not even nothing in it, just a big ass bowl. Yo, do we need to flip the tape? Why is no one saying nothing? Ooh, chat, look at that. Oh wait, that's the hourly. There we go. Creating this bottom wick. If we flip here, we're gonna fill the range. The question is, will we flip it? Huh. This is key as well. Yeah, I wanted to look for buys, but I'm thinking on the hourly, the way we're closing, anything it has to be above 93.7. I don't think I can take a wick entry anywhere here on the hourly until the 4-hour close. If the 4-hour close and then we start off with a bottom wick, I think we can safely look for 89.75 for a bottom wick. Well, that would be the bottom wick for the previous 4-hour, right? Yeah, 89.75. Yeah. I think that will be a good position for pineapples. I want to see if we can have an earlier entry on the 4-hour, and it would probably be here. So we can probably have an entry at 1990.84 and then most likely at 88.5. if the bottom wick continues dropping steeper. This is interesting. Let's wait 19 minutes here for this 4-hour close. The hourly is going to close here, and we're going to look for the new hourly candle to break the previous hourly low. Because if we now close this bullish on the 4-hour, we're going to need to tap 93.7 before making a decision. Most likely we drive up even higher, but the initial rejection will be at 93.7. Can we get there after we get a bottom wick, or will it drive straight up, tap this area, and then start rejecting? And if it starts rejecting and coming back down, can we then take the bearish flip to retest the lows here? So there's a few ways to play this, right? The hourly closes like this. We can have buys or sells depending on how the next one opens, right? If it does something like this, start breaking the lows, right? Once we start tapping these areas right here, we can start looking for buys. This is roughly 11, 12 pip advantage point for the flip, about 30 to fill the range. And this would also be your motion playing out, right? With a support being created, breaking the support to grab orders, closing back above it, a candle attempting to come down, respecting, creating another support. Now we form a bottom wick here that's tapping the previous support. So it's going to drive off of here. All candles have managed to stay above at that point. But if it doesn't come down and make that bottom wick off the next hourly, and it starts driving straight up, you can look for a top wick and closure below here, maybe on the 15 or the 30, and another top wick, and then you can start taking a flip here. Because if it does that 15 and 30, that means the 5 here is consistently staying below here by doing something like this. Right? And then any top wick after this would be solid for us to take sells, because once this happens, you understand that if you were going to drive up, this bullish candle here would have closed above our 92.5 area, but it doesn't. So now as you're getting a top wick and you're breaking these highs, you can look for an entry, understanding that you're going to come back down in range, retest the lows. This right here on the 5 would probably more or less play out within a 15-minute candle that would look like this. So a few things to look for, but it's a good thing that we have a lot more than just one weapon in our arsenal, right? The Brits are like, oh, he said Arsenal. I knew he loves soccer. Hercules, Hercules. Ay, ay, ay. The way I read the 1-hour chart, I saw a sell entry here to mimic the left side up on 50 range would be a good view. Yes. Can you fast teach how to enter from top wick or bottom wick? I just did. I just showed you how we would enter on the wicks. Is there a link for Sunday session? There's you have to join and then it gets sent to you on on YouTube, like half hour before the stream. It's football, bro. I like Arsenal. Really like Arsenal. I like all teams that have Ukrainian players. Let's play a game, chat. What's in the cup? Just kidding. Let's not play that game. How long you been trading? 5 years. Hand water? Yeah, if it was Henny in there. Alright, we just reached our advantage point here, right? Our area of interest. Let's see what happens. Another 12 minutes here in the 4 hour. Was trading for you life-changing? Abso-fucking-lutely, yes. Probably asked this a lot, but the Zoom non-Asian sessions, are those New York every morning or random? Is that where it says like all other non-Asian sessions? Yeah, sometimes it's New York, sometimes it's London. Depends. We've had all. Lead United. I was watching that show about Leeds, about their youth program. Did you take any trade in New York this morning? Yes. Head sells. Need that glow on the Wix light? I agree with you. You going for a AA sell Wix? Possibly. Oh, this is gonna close so bull. This would be interesting. It depends on what kind of wick it leaves here as well, because we might not need a bottom wick here. Might be an off the rippy. You guys ever have an off the rippy? Someone's like, damn, Wix, you should go get that shit checked out. That's possible. I love you from India. Damn, it's a little far away to love me from. So Wix, you just like Don. First year range 1 breakout, second year range 2 breakout, and now fake out. No. Now I cook the steak out. I read the cookbook, and then I ripped the page out. Never mind, we're not gonna keep going with this shit. All of a sudden, everyone's gonna start dropping bars. What do you mean? What does that even mean? You just like Don, first year range one breakout? Mom spaghetti. Off the rippy. He's nervous, but on the surface. Hey, Wicks, all the way from Brunei. Hey, that's a W. Brunei in the house. Everything's a W. Don't apologize for your English. Just like we're not apologizing for trolling you. We understand. I understand. I look at my stats and I see that like 60% of the stream is not English or American or whatever. I get it. So, please excuse us for laughing at your expense. It's just what Americans do. That's what we do. I think you'll find most people have the same game plan going to finance and one that have made it hard to adapt. Oh, sure. I have this stupid cold, so I'm watching you guys on the sideline. Put me in, coach. From the Netherlands. Stayed up for this. Hey. Say hello to Becky from the, from the red light district. Becky with the good hair. %80 of Miami is in English. True. Do you England? He's using. Can you say? Dutch Football League is crazy. Pass the Dutch. Pass the Dutch. Thank you from Belgium. Nice. Now, if you can just get Lukaku to sit out the next few matches. Oh, he's not on the... Is he on the team this year? Is Lukaku on there? He's got to be on there. I missed him playing. I missed him watching. That was Lukaku. No, Lukaku. Do you watch football? I do. I watched Italy Ukraine the other day. It was a 0-0 game. They played a tie. I was all hyped and everything. I had my jerseys. I had my overalls. I had my overalls. I said it. Just like this motherfucker wear overalls. I don't know, trash or not, he's a fucking professional. Do you know how much percentage you're up this year so far? Yeah, I mean, what does it matter? I'm up over 20%. I'm up like 22, 23% for the month. This is probably my second best month of the year. Oh it's not over yet, so it might be my best month of the year. Had 2 heavyweight title holders as well, that's right. Usyk is from Ukraine. And we had the Klitschko brothers. Did you see my question on Zoom? No, I did not. Would you consider 1994 as your advantage point? If we drive down, we will tap it. If we drive up, we will. If we drive up, we will tap. Is there a possibility to have taken buys up to 94 from the middle of the range, like Don's been approaching advantage point recently, or was it better to wait for closures? No, I'm fine buying into a resistance, right? But I need to have a closure first because the 4 hour didn't have a bottom wick. So before buying into a resistance, I want to make sure we're still bullish, right? Because if this 4 hour starts flipping and we just bought into a resistance, we're kind of, you know, getting the short end of the stick on that. Which wouldn't be too bad depending on how you look at it, right? But you're screwed at that point. I've been in Miami one time in December. It was hot as hell. Is it like that the whole year? Nope. You know why? Because it gets even hotter. Homie came here in wintertime and said, damn, it's hot. Well, then. Don't come here in the summertime. That's all I can tell you. Matter of fact, stop coming here altogether. We're fucking closed. Florida's closed. We're at capacity. Join the wait list. Join the wait list in Savannah and Atlanta or somewhere in Tennessee. You can just hang out next to us. I've seen people wearing long sleeves and all black in Florida. I don't know, man. That's criminal. That's that's el criminal. Yeah. I don't know. The only time I've seen people do that type of shit is if you're a fucking beekeeper or you gotta go work outside all day and you don't want to fucking have third-degree burns all over your body, just bubbling up, then yeah. But other than that, I've never seen anybody be like, oh shit, it's 98 degrees. Honey, where's my spider jacket? Right? This shit don't happen. You see my North Face? We got 40 seconds here for the 4-hour close. Let's see what goes on. Ooh, can we start off the next 4-hour with a bottom wick? And where can we take the buys if we do get a bottom wick? Most likely, I would like to break the previous hour low, but most recent, right? The most recent makes sense. I think this is better. It might, there's a lot of volume here. It might just drive straight up, with the 4-hour closing so strong with no bottom wick here. But if it doesn't and we get a bottom wick, I will look for buys. It was a nice bullish closure. I might have been off the rip if this top wick on the previous 4-hour was maybe like 15 pips. Then I could have been off and it pulled back. We could have been off the rip. Yeah, I think the overall here, 4. And the most recent on the 1-hour, right? Yeah, no matter how you slice it, I think we closed above. We got some range. Let's see if we can come down. I want to come down before breaking the previous 4-hour high. Because once we break the previous 4-hour high and then start coming down, we're gonna need a lot more to happen for us to take buys. Or for us to have positions in general. Oh, Tanisha in the house. W. Word. Long time. Where have you been? Hope all is well. When you were here last time, what was our record? It's a good 20 wins ago, I think. Life be lifing, but I'm good. I like that you're not complaining about it. I like that you're taking it in stride, whatever you're going through. Yeah, like, why wouldn't this come up? Like, that push at the end of the 4-hour. Let's see, because now if we start driving up really heavy, there's a level here, maybe I think at, yeah, right where we're at. I think if we start driving up in this 30-minute and we start closing above 95 flat here, we can look for positions on the next 30, the next 15. Because for now, we have no bottom wick on this hourly, and at any moment we can flip. And there's a small, I don't know, it's a pretty decent level actually here. Alright, we can just, for all we know, we can tap it and start heading back down. How do you choose liquidity zones or wicks? I just have an understanding that, right, that there we go. I have an understanding that we're bearish on the daily, and we're going to do top-down analysis. I have an understanding that we just, the last 4-hour closed extremely bullish, right? So my understanding is we're gonna need to come up to the next advantage point in order to come down and retest the lows based on the way we close. Based on the way we close, we're driving up to the next advantage point, and we're gonna need to break previous highs in order to come down further. If we don't break that previous 4-hour, we're not driving down to 83, 84, and that's why I said I don't want to take a position for for uh, for buys if we do break that previous 4 hour beforehand and then start coming down. We can't take a wick entry because now we've broken the highs that we made before, and before we couldn't, we couldn't break 89 here. Now that we've broken these highs, we can drive further. That's why I was confident that if we start with a bottom wick, we'll drive up to finish 95 because it has to make a decision above the previous 4 hour high, not below it. See, now that it drove straight up, we just, like I said, it can tap 95 and just wick straight down and flip on the hourly. It's possible. The reason I'm not taking sells here is because that would be like catching a falling knife. Because look how bullish the market is. The 4 hours bullish, right? The hourly's closed bullish, 30 closed bullish, 15 closed bullish. And yes, the previous day closed bearish, but you have to understand that this is the first couple of hours of the daily. Look how much more range we have. On the previous, before we break the previous day, all the way up to 2006. So this could be a very steep top wick on the daily, and if all the smaller time frames are showing bullish, then, and we only have a limited amount of time here for this session, let's see if we can get what the smaller time frames are showing. You know what I haven't done today though? I have not smoked the J on stream. Oh damn. Boston giving it to Milwaukee, huh? Giving them buckets. I filled the range real quick, right? Off the rip. 16. Not bad. Like the stream, it's free. You know what? I agree with that sentiment. How do you choose liquidity zones for wicks? When do you not need? It's you know, I go to the higher time frames. I zoom out. I always say this: when in doubt, zoom out. If you're not sure, zoom out. Go to the higher time frames, and where does the higher time frame line up with what you're doing? You see, they're not exactly on the wicks. They're not exactly on the closures. But ideally, you want the 4-hour and the 1-hour and the 30 to kind of line up. But the smaller time frames are a little bit off today, off the from the 4-hour. Also look at previous instances where we've printed this way, right? Which would be, I think, somewhere around here, yeah. Right, so I think as we're coming up here, where are we? Oh, this is the 4-hour, I'm sorry. So I believe this is what's happening right now. I think we're in this part of the market. This is where we're at. So as we just closed here, above this area, we filled the range up. We didn't know how steep that top wick's going to be here, 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 wherever it is, and then we should flip, close bearish, come down, retest these lows at 91, and eventually come back up to retest the highs. Now, it doesn't have to print exactly like this, but you have to understand the levels that we're tapping. That we need to probably come up, tap 96, come down, tap 91, and come back up to 07. Like, it's right. There's an entire workflow of things that are happening. So always just looking at where we tapped historically in similar ranges, yeah, and whether we were coming down or coming up at that time, and whether you're coming down or coming up right now from that range into that range, where are you coming from the top, from the bottom? How does it react when you come from different directions? You know what I mean? So that's what we do here. It's right, technical analysis, study of historical price data, and then you try to use it to your advantage, or figure out how you can. 15 closes here in less than 2 minutes. Hey, love you too. Is trading your full-time job? No, being a husband and a father is. And then I do a little trading on the side. here. What do we have? I want a steeper wick. If we tap 93.75 here, then we'll take a buy before it flips. If it can come down, tap 93.75, that gives us an ideal advantage. Top of the wick 13. Previously rejected here as well, coming up. Might not. What level is there here? I think if we close like this on the 30, I'll look for positions on a bottom wick of the next candle. Oh, 5 close bullish here, huh? How's this whole range only 15 pips, 20 pips? Can it be a Tico position? I don't even know what the fuck that is. But it's like that, right? We've lived through a bunch of market cycles already here on these streams, right? So we've seen the markets move. You know, pre-Asian, we've seen them move maybe at 9 p.m. overlap, right? We've seen them lately. They've been moving a little bit closer to the end of the stream, right? We've been seeing positions at like after our official time, right? At around 10:15, 10:20. Double top sell now, you agree? I mean, not really. It's not my breakdown. It's not how I see it, but I mean, okay, double top, and then what? How are you entering? Where are you managing risk? Where are you closing full? Where are you moving stops to BE? Where are you putting your stops in general? How will you manage and draw down if it drives against you? It's not enough for me to agree if there's a double top. How did you balance between work and trading? There's no the same way you're gonna try to do it. That's how I try to do it. Try balancing work, trading, and family, and 3 daughters. It's gonna be a lot of stress, a lot of disappointments. Disappointments which you are the reason for. You know what I mean? You want that kind of stress? When was your first stream trade? So this isn't official. This is record only from beginning of this year. So this is a record starting from January 7th, I believe, or January 6th. But we also went 17, 5, and 2 on Q4 of last year. So I could add it. It's up to you guys. We can add for the total stream record, which means we would be at 83, 22, and 34, or we could leave it just for this year, what it is. Surprised you still got Joe's right. Surprised you still got hair. Right? Leave it for this year, right? And we'll just continue next year from like, and it'll be flat starting in the beginning of 2023. But the entire stream record is if you want to add the last quarter of last year, starting from October. There's 17. There were 7. We went 17, 5, and 2. Yeah, stream record has been going since last year, but the record is this year too. I would put the stop loss on the support and take my profit above the first. I mean, do that 1,000 times and figure out the probabilities of it working out, and then see if it's worth it, and see what kind of risk you put on it. Price tap 93.76. Yeah, but it did that after it made a top wick. So I understand we might drive now, right? Where was it? Yeah, right here. Tap these areas. See that? This is why I said if we did that first, I'd be a lot more comfortable in taking the buys, but we made a top wick first, so I don't know why we're just hanging around here. Oh, might be it, actually. Let's see. 5, tap this area. 15. Flipping. How early? Oh, we still have another 5 minutes. So the 30 is going to close here in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Let's see if the 30 closes like this. Let's see if we can get a bottom wick on the next 30 to drive up. Like I said, I'd like the 30 over the 15 here, but absolutely the 15 can drive, and that's it. And oh well. I'm having a monster month. Like, we don't need to force the issue. Your mindset, right? Your psychology in open trades will be much better if you don't force the issue and let it come to you. When I first started watching you, it looked like you had a balcony with a nice ocean view. Was that a green screen? So I've moved like 3 times, right? And first, when I started hopping onto streams altogether, I was in a condo, I had a nice view, balcony, everything. And then I moved to a house with a pool. Just trying, you know, got some space, two extra bedrooms, an office. And then I moved to this house, but I had to wait for the roof to get done, so I moved to another condo again with a view and all that fun shit. And now that this is finished, I'm back. I've been trying to get a bigger pool than Kanye, and I just got a bigger pool than my old self, but not a bigger pool than Kanye. It's kind of been up, down. I'm moving to a condo, down to the house. Condo, down to the house. My moving chart looking like Bitcoin. Boom, boom, boom. How come you don't buy a house? I do, just not where I live. I own what I rent out, and I rent where I live. Simple. Airbnb has been popping in West Palm. Yes, Airbnb has been popping, but I've honestly had a really slow last 2 months. Slower than typical, than usual. No, what we're waiting for is this 30 close in 2 minutes. That's what we're waiting on. And then I want to see how we open up. Are you streaming tomorrow? No. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving. So, honestly, if I were you, I'd gather the closest people to you in your life and then look them in the eye individually whenever you have a moment at a separate time. Or you know what we like to do? Sometimes we go around the table, around the Thanksgiving table, and we say what we're thankful for and why. But if I were you, I would go to the most special people to you in your life and walk over to them. Wait till they're eating, they're comfortable, right? And make sure they have all their turkey shit. Their turkey shit. Their turkey and stuffing and all that. And you walk over to them and you say, "Why are you here? I didn't even invite you." Right? Just cause some fucking family drama on Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Take their shoes, toss them outside. I would leave. Fuck off. Thanksgiving, bro. Arr! So you want to talk about it, Wix? Nah, I'm good. All right, the 30 just closed here, chat. This was a tough rejection here on the 1 hour. Is this the 1 hour flip to come down? Is this the 30 flip to drive up? Oh, we just tapped this area, right? Oh. Okay, there's the 1 hour flip, but is this the drive? I think we're still gonna have to come up even if it starts coming down. This makes it difficult, Chad, because if, right, this can just stay bearish. It doesn't necessarily have to flip. Next candle can come up, make a top wick, but it's gonna need to come up, make a top wick. And if it does that, where can we take advantage of it? Oof. It's gonna flip. Yeah, chat. You know what? I'm thinking of taking a buy here on the flip. Yeah, I'm gonna take a buy right there. As it flipped, I just took a buy. I'm gonna expect this to tap 95 before it makes that decision. If it continues driving, we're gonna go break even on the fill of the wick. If it continues back down in range, then I'm gonna look for the next hourly to make a top wick. That's it. Oh yeah, stops. Hold on, let me move this. And if this hourly closes and comes back down in range and closes bearish, then we will look for top wicks on the next hourly, or we'll look to manage risk, right? So my understanding is here the hourly's flipped, right? The hourly's flipped bearish. It had a chance to drive. So if it flipped bearish, had a chance to drive, and then came back up and flipped bullish, I would expect us to fill the bullish wick. But I also understand that we tapped a strong rejection area, right? So it could still come down and give us more of a drawdown before coming back up, retesting 95. It could technically come down, retest the lows before retesting 95. But our stops aren't massive compared to, you know, previous instances when we've had 120, 130 pip stops, right? So 70 pip stops, I'm kind of fine with it. What I'm not fine is continuing to hold after we close bearish and then we get a bearish flip. So I'm gonna wait for this to come up. If this, like I said, if this hourly closes bearish back in range, I'm still looking for buys to retest 95 because I think that's when we'll drive after a retest. The 4 hour will eventually need to close bearish. You'll need to come up, create a top wick, and then drive. The initial push up was good. Hold on, check me a sec. Is that the 4 hour flip? Yeah, that's the 4 hour flip. So you're gonna make a steeper wick here. steeper bottom wick for the 30. If we don't, because the 30 doesn't really have a top wick, barely got one, right? So I'm expecting to break that high. You might see it pull down, but what our risk management will depend on will be the closure. Will it close bearish above 93.3 or below it? That's what I want to base my hourly on. I also understand the 4-hour doesn't have a bottom wick, so I'm okay, you know, with the market driving down to the previous 4-hour low, because I'll look for pineapples there. But outside of that, I'm looking to retest 95.08 at the very minimum, 95 flat. Give me 1 second, chat. Did we get in a buy? Yes, I'm in a buy. I'm gonna buy, looking to come up to at least. Honestly, I'd want total positions up to 96 based on the 4-hour, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Because like I said, if we end up closing bearish here, then I'll look to manage risk. But with the bullish momentum we had and the overall rejection for a bearish move that would need to come off 95. I think we'll have to retest it, retap it, and with the 30 not really having much of a top wick. Buy is risky if you don't trade like me, or I mean, sell is risky if you don't trade like me. Like anything that you do that's not what you typically do, then it would be risky. The entry was the 30 bullish flip after we created a bottom wick. That was the entry. My risk management will be only once the next hour closes, and depends on how it closes, and it'll depend on how the next hourly opens. So I have my full positions open here. But what I will say is we have not lost since October 17th. That was our last loss. So, are we due for one? Is today the day? Is tonight the night? So if in 18 minutes the hourly closes like this, I'll probably look for pineapples on the bottom wick of the next candle. But if it closes bearish below all this, then we can look to start managing risk. If it would have to close really bearish. Let's see. Can the 30 flip here? What kind of stop loss? That's around 73 pips. Should be more. I mean, I'll just... It technically should be around here at 84. But I want to see how we start printing. $30 flipping for the third time. How much percent you risk? Anywhere from 1 to 10%. Let's done this again. Hey, yo, Wix, what was your entry level at? My entry is 94.18. Closed bear. It's annoying. We'd need to make a steeper bottom wick. ICT approves. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Can we break the highs? Doesn't want to do that, right? It keeps trying. Tried a few times here. Yeah, once came down, twice came down, 3 times to try to break the 30 high. So the 30 flipped 3 times here. Got 0.36. It's not bad. I mean, there's nothing wrong yet. 3.6, 2 pips. 2 pips off. In the grand scheme of things, shouldn't make a big difference. But I do think we need to come down here further in order for us to come up higher. I just don't want it to be on this hourly. I want it maybe on the next hourly, right? If we come down further on this hourly, it'll flip the hourly bear and close it bear. We want to close bullish on the hourly. You feel me? Did 30 re-break the high? Yeah, now it re-broke its high, like after retapping these lows, right? Why? Why would it re-break the high after holding support and not drive? That was the 4th time it tried, and it actually re-broke it on the 4th time. So yeah, now you might come down and see the steeper wick. But the hourly closes in 10 minutes. So I have to see, at this point, I have to see the hourly through here, right? To see how we close. Because while we see a smaller time frame pullback, the higher time frame is still, probability wise, we're still ahead as the higher time frame is still bullish. Yeah, can we hold? Will this hourly hold or will it flip? And the 30 looks ideal, right? It made that, it broke the previous 30 low, grabbed orders, so. I don't know what it's waiting for. Yeah, we're up like 2 pips. Damn.
The smoke got me. I got bronchitis.
W.
We got a runner.
I love you guys. Ooh, 777 watching, 777 watching. Nice. Lucky sevens. So I'm gonna go break even once we break the previous wick. The previous hourly wick, I meant. I'm sorry, previous 30-minute wick, the current hourly wick. The break of the previous hourly wick, previous 30 wick would be about 10 pips. So I'll probably close half. It depends, we got 4 minutes here. Chat, what I will say though is I'm gonna go break even here. For one reason. This is the hourly close, right? So if we end up coming back right now and pulling back, I think, yeah, I'm break even here. I think if we pull back on this hourly, we're gonna flip bearish, and if we don't pull back, we might pull back on the next hourly. So I'm break even right now. Yeah, I'm break even, and I'm sitting here at 5.5 pips. I went break even at about 5 pips. I saw about 7. Music got you bopping your head. We need to break the previous hourly high for us to spam W's. Until then, Looks like it's holding for the next hour because the way we're closing now here, I would figure the next hour gives you that bottom wick. We need volume song? Nah, it needs to happen organically. The volume song needs to come here on its own. Uh-oh. Yeah, I just hit BE chat. Look at that. Very last moment on this hourly. Yeah, that's BE. Because now the 30 is going to close doji, right? It tried to drive up. It didn't break the previous high, but it broke the previous 30 low. So technically, if you look at the 30 has made a lower high and a lower low, right? Yeah, I believe we're still going to drive up here on the next hourly. But I think we're going to need a bottom wick to do it. Still in. That's fine. Honestly, if this was like a year ago, I probably would have closed like 5 minutes before the hourly close while we were sitting at BE, just to wait for the hourly close, see how we open. Now, let me get rid of this. See, if this was to 95 flat here, if it was not 6 pips but about 26, I would be looking for buys. But if this is only 6 pips of an advantage point, yeah, and every other time frame has respected resistance. Yeah, and the 4 hour could still flip. This isn't a bad opening off the 1. It's not a bad opening if you can break the previous 1 hour low and start coming up. Oh, tape. Oh, chat. Sorry, I'm kind of neglecting you here. Sorry, BE number 33. Well, didn't drive. And part of it might be just because the volume's dying out for Thanksgiving. Like, I don't know why we didn't drive. This is small. This is really small range. This is our session, right? Our session has been 20 pips. Right? The last 2 hourly candles. 30 pips. BE number 33. Would you re-enter? Not the way it's printing here. We've tried a couple of times, right? We've tried once, then we've tried the second time and we came back down. And the smaller time frames have respected resistance. Everything except everything except the 4 hours respecting resistance. But then again, you also have to understand you probably have to come up higher than the previous candle in order to reject. The issue is this is only maybe 7-8 pips here on the flip, and the entire range, if you create a really steep bottom wick, the entire range is 15 pips. But if you break the previous hourly low, that's your 4-hour flip, right? And if the 4-hour flips, you're coming back down into range. I wanted this initial drive. Like we made a bottom wick, right? We flipped and we drove. And if it had enough volume, like it would have drove there. It would have broke all the highs. If it doesn't now, then I'm gonna need to see it break all these highs and stay above there. Right. We want the candles that drive. We don't want to trickle up, trickle down, and sit here forever. It happens sometimes, but we want to drive. You think there's going to be volume in London? Like, does London celebrate Thanksgiving? It's weird. The 15 closed way different on the broker. You see how it's respecting here? On the broker, the 15 is like up here. Closed way above. That's kind of interesting. Might right up here, but broker and this is telling me two different things. Trading options today sucked with chop. Only trade Amazon. Okay. See, Captain, we see you. What's the name of the widget you told Chow, the one that counts for pips? It's called the pip counter. Just Google it. MT5 pip counter. Yeah, market isn't going anywhere. Friday morning, Don will be streaming. I don't know, honestly, if Inez is streaming tonight. I'm not sure. But tomorrow, there's no streams. I don't think Don is streaming tomorrow morning. I'm definitely not streaming tomorrow evening. It's Thanksgiving, but we'll be back on Friday morning to finish off the stream to finish off the week on his streams. Inez is not streaming tonight. So the next stream is Friday morning for Don Vo, and then after that, it's Sunday private session for Asians. For the Asian session. For my Asians. And we'll be back on Monday here for the regular public. So, regular public trading, right? That's available for everybody. Yeah, not every day is a win, not every day is a loss, but not every day is a break even, but most of the days are wins, right? And the only way we don't win is if we deviate from what we do, what we came here to do, and from our plan that we built for the setup for the trade, right? All right, we took positions, we laughed, we cried, we held hands, right? Saw a little bit of drawdown, saw a little bit of profits, we spammed W's and got a break-even trade. How can you join the private session? It's over here on YouTube. You got to click join on my channel. I think you have to. Some people can do it on mobile, but I think you got to be on a desktop. Yep. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm gonna call it a session here. Captain, thank you for coming through, showing face. Appreciate you. Scared Bougie, so he had to go buy a bigger bowl. Bougie, go get some bigger bowls. Yeah, I'm gonna call you because a lot needs to happen for us to set up. I need another 4-hour candle probably. We need to wait for volume. We didn't drive right now. Why didn't we drive? Maybe not enough volume. So I'll see you guys on Friday on Don Vo's stream in the morning, and private gang, I'll see you guys on Sunday in the Zooms and the YouTubes. Everyone else, 8 p.m. Eastern, Monday, and the rest of the week, all of next week, live on YouTube. We'll kick it off again. Thank you guys for joining me. Everyone in the chat, love and wisdom to you all the mods. I appreciate you. And you know what? We'll do new mods on Monday. So we'll start a new week off on Monday. I'll give the mods that are here right now a chance to think about it and vote on it. And I think Jonathan dropped his votes. But other than that, yeah, we'll do new mods on Monday. I'll see you guys here 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday as well. Let me turn on a song for you. The song for you. Go get your dancing shoes, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your turkey. And remember how I said, go have that conversation with people. Don't kick them out the house. Don't ask them why they're there. With the people that truly mean something to you, go to them and tell them that you're thankful for them. And make sure you tell them why. Not for them, but for yourself. Who knows how many more opportunities you're going to have to do that. Right? Chat, happy Thanksgiving. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Later.